Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we are going to do a quick walkthrough of the Rosa Obscura Tarot. This is an indie deck that I pre ordered, and I was so excited that I got in the first, I want to say 50, and I got a free bag. So it came with a bag. It's very nice. It feels like almost like denim. So it's nice and tough. I think maybe this is like a cotton, and it's nice and tough. It has these wonderful, like, tough strings. So the card should fit, the whole box should fit inside of that. We'll try it later. It came with her business card. This is from Orla Bird. She is the creator of the Avasomnia Tarot. There's her information if you're interested. And I got a two-card reading, the Empress and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is my significator, so that's cool. The Empress is definitely a archetype I would love to embody. These are from the Avasomnia Tarot. I am so excited to finally be digging into this. I had a whole box of decks underneath my desk that have been just collecting decks that I wanted to review over the entire year. And I have not done it. So I just did a big, huge walkthrough. It should be coming soon of everything that was in that box, basically. This one was also in the box, but I wanted to give it its own video because I want to look at it card by card. I just want to take the time and just go through it a little bit slowly. Yeah, it fits in here with a little bit of space to spare. So that's nice. I will be keeping it in this beautiful bag. It's got a mermaid on it. So that's fun. All right, so it comes in a two-part box. There's that. That's the inside. Oh, more plastic. Hang on, let me get the knife. I'm glad that she put the extra plastic actually because this came all the way from Croatia, which is a long way to ship a deck. So it had enough, things holding it together to keep it from getting nicked or dinged. It's perfect. It's perfect. It came perfect. So yeah, I'm very excited to take a look at this. Look at those colors. Oh yeah, they're the muted tones that we like for winter. So yeah, this is gonna be great. And this is gonna go really nice with my Jane Austen Oracle that I just got. We have a blank card it looks like an extra card. Here are the backs. Let's take a look at the book. There's the guidebook. It's a little white book. And I can read it. It's small, but I can read it. So it says tarot in general. So it talks about tarot in general. Wands are actions, cups, emotions, swords, mind, pentacles, material aspects, and nature. So that's good. She hasn't changed that. So Rosa Obscura Tarot. This deck merges the human body and plants, creating organisms filled with symbolic meanings. Every card features a different plant species, while its symbolism is based in Victorian language of flowers. Full human body depictions with illustrations on the skin are present in the major arcana, while the minor arcana displays similar human figures or body parts. Okay. Every plant is based on the properties of the species, but with a stylized surrealist touch, not necessarily resembling standard representations of the plant from botany manuals. The rose, as the queen of flowers, is depicted on the box and the 79th card. You can use this card in a manner it feels suitable for you. So that's the extra card I saw here. This is the rose. Okay. As every tarot deck is a collection of life experiences from joy to sorrow, Rose Obscura, Obscure Rose, suggested the meaning of the delicate nature of the rose with darker traits that also make us human. Pay close attention to the little black dots in the major arcana card. They are arranged in a different pattern every time, and their composition offers an insight into the specific card. For example, the dots on the full card are arranged to form an infinity sign. Since the Fool card is the infinite potential, on the Magician card, they are positioned above the person's head, suggesting that he is downloading information from above. All the queens and kings in this deck sit on thrones adorned with motifs related to their suits. Okay, so I see the dots here, and I don't see the dots here. Let me know if you see them. I do see infinity symbols though, but I do see the dots here on the Magician downloading. so that makes sense. And then it says, all the kings and queens in this deck sit on thrones adorned with motifs related to their suit. Therefore, the suit of wands is represented with salamanders, since they are seen as the living manifestation of fire itself. The suit of cups is represented by sea creatures, while the suit of swords is represented by air creatures. And the king and queen of pentacles sit in the most comfortable armchairs, suggesting comfort and ease. Also, all the court cards are not only paired with plants, they are literally dressed in them. Okay. And then for the write-ups, you get the name, an upright, keywords, reverse keywords, the plant, and the symbolic meaning of the plant. So for the Fool here, we have the Aquilegia, I think is how you say that. And it says the symbolic meaning is folly and foolishness. And then it gives a little bit of information about what's happening. So it says the woman is casually doing acrobatics, unaware of potential consequences, but she is overlooked by the Aquilegia flower, her protector. And so it looks like it's the same. You have upright, reversed, plant meaning, plant and symbolic meaning. And it's the Latin names of the plants, guys. And then what's happening in the card or the energy of the card. In the back, it talks about the deck, the info. Okay, so here we go. 79 cards. The card size is 70 by 120 millimeters. The paper stock is 350 GSM art paper, and the finishing is matte varnish. So that's the book, and I'll shuffle and read a card or two at the end. So let's take a look at these beautiful cards. Elegant, pretty. Love the blue that she decided on for the backs. Sort of like a almost denim, not quite. And this is the extra card, the rose, that you can, or the Rosa Obscura maybe. You can use it however you like, she said. The blocker is a significator. You can assign it a meaning. All right, here we go. So here's our Fool card. Here's the Magician. I was thinking about going through the plants, but I don't want you guys to listen to me butcher those Latin names. So here we have the High Priestess, and we have the moon phases. There are some snakes here, which is interesting. So we have closed eyes here and open eyes at their chest. This is cool. This is really, really cool. Very, very cool depiction of the High Priestess. Here's the Empress. Wonderful. So we have silhouetted figures. There are some eyes, and some of them are open, some of them are closed, and it looks like what look to be tattoos on their bodies with symbolism. So that's interesting as well. We have the Hierophant with an owl tattooed on his chest. There are locks here with two keys, and then they hold two keys in their hands, two different keys. That's interesting. There's lots of symbolism. We have some feathers tattooed on their legs. Here is our Lovers card. We have a sun and a moon kind of meeting together with the snake wrapped around them. The Chariot, riding a unicycle. How fun is that? And they have the Crown. Here's the Strength card, the Lion. I love the way the plants kind of sprout from their fingers. The Hermit. So what we have are not just the dots that we can pay attention to. We have the plants that in the guidebook it tells us exactly what their energetic meaning is, which I really appreciate because I don't really know a whole lot about plants. So that's helpful for me. But then there's the body postures, the symbolism as far as what's tattooed on their skin or what's drawn onto their skin. There's this repetition of a snake symbol that I see going through the different cards that I'm wondering about, that I would like to sit down and think about when I have time. I'll put all of the ones with snakes together and see what we have there. There's Justice. Justice is at 11 in this one. Hanged Man with yellow around his crown. Here's Death. We have the Temperance card. I like the body posture on this one. It's very modern. I mean, it's got the foot in, foot out, but it's very modern. I like it. Here we have the devil with their hands bound at the wrists. Tower. The star. With the dots in between the stars here. The moon. The reflection of themselves. And there also seem to be like little spaceships down there and stuff. Are those planets or spaceships or what? I think maybe just planets. Very cool. Here's the sun. And judgment. And the dots are the music notes coming out. That's interesting. And the world. All right, on into the wands. The ace. And the two of wands. Very clearly labeled, so I can see exactly what I'm looking at before I see the image. The titles are nice and big, so that's great. Four of wands. Some of them I can look at and see, like this one looks very RWS. So some of them look very RWS, and I can tell exactly what I'm looking at. Some of them stray a little, so it's nice to have the clear titles to help me. There's the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, and they're not straying from the meaning, just straying from the RWS symbol, the RWS scenes. So that's okay. I like decks that do that. But I also want the titles to let me know what I'm looking at, just in case I get tripped up. So this is the Eight of Wands. I love this Eight of Wands. I remember seeing this one on her Instagram and loving that one with the body, just the legs, The Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. And then into the courts, we have the Page of Wands, this little baby. And then the Knight, the Queen, and the King. Let's look at them together because they have their throne of salamanders. All right. And both the Queen and the King have a cat in this one. They look like they could be friends. They remind me of those cats from Lady and the Tramp. All right, into the cups. I'm just going to move these. So we have Ace of Cups. Here's the two with the joined hands and the two cups at the top. Very cute. Three of Cups. Tea party. Here's the Four of Cups. Oh, I love the way it's going through their heart center. Look at that. How cool is that? They are holding a cup as well, so I don't know if it was one of these or if they're meant to put that one down and take one of those. Here's the Five of Cups. Very precarious the way they're stacked up here. The Six. Here's the Seven of Cups. Like this. And we put the little potion bottles in the bottles containing these things in the clouds. Fun. Nestled in the clouds. Here's the Eight of Cups. The Nine. The energy center that she chose to set those cups on is a curious one, right? Like, so here's the Ten of Cups. Yeah. The Page, another small body here with ferns. These are ferns, right? The Knight of Cups. So I like so it's like no clothes, just the helmet, just trying to be cute, the Queen of Cups holding a bowl of there's a mermaid in there. I thought it was a goldfish with like a long tail, but there's an actual mermaid in there. That's cool. And here's the King. So she's in a shell. And he has fish for his throne. And he has a jellyfish. Ooh. All right. On to the Ace of Swords. Are those marigolds? I should get the book out. I'm not going to though because I don't want to butcher the names anyway, and I probably need to look them up because I wouldn't even know a Latin name for marigold. So this is the Two of Swords. Again, we have those moon phases like we saw in the High Priestess. Here's the three. Oh, look at that. They've been punctured. And even the one in the air is sharp as well. Here's four. There's an ear. How interesting. So instead of speaking, we should listen when we see a four. Oh, that's interesting. Here's the Five of Swords. The Six of Swords. Floating on the water in a flower. It makes me think that they're very small, like a fairy or something. Here's the Seven. Oh, look at the feet. That's cute. All right, here's the Eight. It's so curious, and I think that this is going to make for really good intuitive readings because it's going to be interesting to see what I see as they pop up in sort of like as they come up together, you know, what sort of connections I can make with these different symbolic images. There's our Page of Swords, the Knight, the Queen, and let's look at them together. The Queen and the King. Like we have a bird, and what is this? I can't even tell. What is this one? What's the what's on this? What's this throne? Can you tell what it is? I can't tell what it is. But this one is definitely a bird. All right, so that's the King and Queen. All right, here's the Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. The Two. Definitely given that circus balancing act. The Three. Here's the Four of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. Six. Like the way they have. Oops, I was gonna turn it. Let me see if we can. Yeah, that's cool. The Seven. It reminds me of the Hanged Man and the change in perspective of whether you're giving or receiving and all of that. It's an interesting thought. This is the Seven of Pentacles. Here's the Eight. When you're tied to your creation, body, mind, and spirit. This is the Nine. The 10 of Pentacles. Page. Trying to catch a pentacle. Here's our Knight. Looking very, very chill. The Queen, look at her. And they're in their armchairs as promised. Here's the King. And again, the backs. Let's give them a shuffle. Okay, so the cardstock is that matte varnish. It does have that sort of semi sheen to it. They are very, very, they don't have a core. This is definitely art paper, and they are very floppy. So I know they're going to shuffle well, but I want to make sure that I bridge them so that I don't get a continuous, a really deep bow in them. Yeah, they're very, very, very floppy. Yeah, so they give that floppy shuffle that you get when you get cards that are a little bit thin and they don't have a core. So these are going to be like, if you're a riffle shuffler, these are going to bow. They're definitely going to bow, and they might give you that wavy bow actually. But the cardstock slides very nicely. If you're an overhand shuffler or a fanner, this is going to be fantastic. There's the fan, and let's take a card. So we got the King of Pentacles. Let's take a look. So here is the write-up. Here are the write-ups for those if you'd like to take a look. Our upright keywords are wealth, security, leadership, discipline, prosperity, kindness, abundance. The reversed keywords for the King of Pentacles: obsession with material possessions, stubbornness, greed, incompetence. The plant is Paeonia sophruticosa, and the symbolic meaning of that plant is aristocracy and wealth. And then the little write up here says the King of Pentacles sits in his armchair looking very relaxed and confident. And then there's an asterisk here that says more info about cards is available in the introduction to this booklet. So that is the write up for the King of Pentacles. So if you're just working with keywords, the guidebook is fine. If you want a little bit more as far as like how to apply it to your life, the guidebook, you might need another book. That book is probably not going to be enough for you, but I'm curious to see, because of this coloring, how this would look with my new Jane Austen oracle. So let me get that 1 second. I actually also have, so this is the Oracle Jane Austen. I have a walkthrough of this. If you'd like to see it, I'll put it in the cards above for you. I also have a Language of Plants Oracle deck I need to get. It's like a Victorian Language of Plants Oracle from US Game Systems. I don't know how it's going to look with this because the coloring is very, very different. But if I can dig it out, find it, I'm going to try them together. Let me get this situated and we'll look at these first. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles with change of direction. Just as we're heading towards a certain future, life sometimes offers us a new path. With the Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So we're nice and comfortable, but we're bored. So let's take the new path. So a loyalty poorly rewarded. If others don't know how to show you the recognition you deserve, you know intimately the value of your work and efforts. With the Fool and the King of Swords. Right. So don't let the lack of recognition stop you from, taking chances. Stay strong in your mind and continue to move forward and take chances, because you can give yourself the recognition that you need. Is it really a privilege? If labels are used on jam jars, are they really useful on people? With the Nine of Pentacles and the Devil. Interesting. So this Devil card being here with the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card of privilege, could be suggesting that we may need to look at what we are considering to be wealth or privilege or something, abundance, and see if it is indeed what it presents itself as, or if there is something that could be a little bit more nefarious happening there. Maybe it is not all it's cracked up to be. Refusal. Say no. Saying no can be a source of strength and new perspectives. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. And this is the refusal of a commitment. So maybe you're overcommitting yourself. You're working too hard. It's time to take a break and say no to any new things coming in. Take some time to enjoy the fruit of your labors before you accept another new responsibility. Yeah, and this is a good time of year for a message like that, isn't it? This is the time of year where a lot of people can sit back and look back on the year and see what they've done up until this point, and maybe take some time to enjoy that and to actually, be proud of it rather than just taking on new things again and again and again. Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. And then we have one more. I'm just going to do one more. This says Rossing's Park, a place to recharge your batteries and reflect. And he's definitely looking like he is recharging his batteries as his mind moves on to the new space. This is a good place of reflection after chaos, after maybe something that you got into that you weren't really ready for. So maybe it's time to take a step back, reflect, and move in a new direction, start again. That one wasn't for you. You weren't ready yet. You hadn't done all of the things that you needed to do to get there. You tried to kind of get started before you were ready, and it didn't happen. So rather than just throwing the baby out with bathwater. Maybe just do a little reflection. And I like this. This is cool. I knew this was going to be very intuitive. I knew it was going to be. All the little neurons in my brain are just firing, when I see this. So I like this, definitely. Let me see if I can find that flowers one. I may have put it away, but let me see. Let me see. Nope, we got lucky. I still have it out. This is the Botanical Inspirations deck and book set. I I I don't know why this is out because it's very summery, but I think it's because I usually sometimes I like to pick it up with um, the Antique Anatomy, so I left it out. But and also maybe the yellowed background as well might have made me leave it, but it's out. So let's take a look. Language of flowers here. So we have the yellow rose, enthusiasm and friendship, with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. And it says, a single rose can be my garden, a single friend, my world. Oh, that's cool. All right. Let's look at another one. We have the daffodil. A lot of yellows coming up here. This is cool. Rebirth and new beginnings. This one says, new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings, by Sue Lau. This is the Three of Wands with the Ace of Cups coming in here. Primrose, youthful love. If I had a single flower for every time I think of you, I could walk forever in my garden. Oh, that's beautiful. With the Emperor and the Seven of Wands. Ooh. Oh, maybe we're not remembering all the things we should be remembering. Have you guys ever seen that show? What was the name of that show that used to come on the BBC a long time ago? It was called Being Human. And there was a ghost, a vampire, and a werewolf. This has nothing to do with the cards, but there was a ghost, vampire, and a werewolf living together. And the ghost found out, I think in the first or second season, that the guy that she was so in love with, that she was dying to see again, had actually killed her. She was only remembering the good stuff. She forgot how awful he was. Kind of how that reading looked. Anyways, this looks great. I'm excited to use these together. And I have one more I pulled out here I want to try. Okay, let's get a little looser in the artwork. This is the Insight Enlightenment cards by Chengju Arcana. I'll put a link in the description box below. I actually have a walkthrough of these if you'd like to see it. I thought maybe we could get a little looser in the artwork and see how that goes. So let's pull these out. So we have Page of Wands. We have Fame with the Page of Wands and the Three of Swords. Okay. Somebody getting into something again, moving too fast and getting their heart broken. Fame will do that to you, won't it? If you don't know how to deal with it, especially if you get into it young. Let's see. Ten of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles and debate. Interesting. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun and specialty. The Wheel of Fortune, the Sun and specialty. And let's just try one more. Boundary. Boundary. And she's drawing a boundary with the sword and has moved herself completely with the Seven of Swords. And this is an extra card, so I'm just going to pull that out. And the Knight of Cups. And her sword is cutting off the Knight of Cups. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I think I like this one. Let's try the Charm of Ink inspiration cards. That's even looser in the artwork. So this is the Charm of Ink inspiration card. Same production company, different artists though. So we have Heavenly Fairy with the Five of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. I like this. I like the look of it anyway. Let's see. Dream Beauty. I'm not sure what some of these cards mean. I need to write some keywords on them. With the Ten of Swords and the Page of Swords. Okay. Dreams, ideals, nice visions, being down to earth and solid work. And the Yin is illusion, impossibilities, and letting go. With the Ten of Swords. Okay. And the Page of Swords. And then one more of these, I think. Yeah, I like the way both of the looser. I like the flowers too though. And I also like that first one. So yeah, I think I got quite a few decks here. Look at this. Nine of Swords with taming the inner beast and death. This is going to be a really cool intuitive read with all of this brushwork, and then we've got these sort of surrealistic, symbolic um, depictions on the cards, the movement of the figures and the body postures and the plant energy. And this is just going to be kind of fun, I think. It's going to be a kind of intuitive, kind of more psychic style reading. Reading it almost, I wonder what it would be like to read it almost like an oracle and not even think about the titles and just go with what I see on the cards, the colors, the line work, and stuff like that. That could be a fun way to read them as well. Anyways, I like this pairing as well. So that is my unboxing of the Rosa Obscura Tarot. Let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments below. The colors are giving spring for sure, but also because they're a little bit, they have like some of these like olive greens and the muted blues and the tans. I also feel like these would be nice for winter, especially with all this blue. So I'm looking forward to using it. Uh-oh, we got some reversals already. Interesting. To using it, especially trying it with those decks, especially that Jane Austen deck. So let me know what you guys think of this one. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I would love to have you. All of the links for where you can pick up anything you saw here today will be in the description box below. Share this with anybody who you think might be interested in seeing it. It helps the videos get out there. There's also other information down there in that description box. So take a look for other ways that you can support the channel, other videos that you can watch that you might be interested in. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.